Welcome back to the Wildcard Show. My name is Venant.
I'm Brian, bana.
Black Mamba.
Nyaassh representing the table-topping Arsenal.
Yes, and we are back with another edition.
Yes.
Now, before tuendele, I know Man United muli win.
Hey.
We're going to talk about that.
Finally.
Arsenal imekuwa consistent. I don't know what Chelsea need to do. I don't know what Chelsea need to do for Potter to go out. And then also pia Europa tie pia unajua will come through.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Before
sir.
we talk about all that, I'd like to know how your weekend was and what happened.
Bro, mine, I'll sum it up in one word. Sensational. Mamba, please go.
Wow. Okay, my weekend was good on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Carabao Cup shenanigans form. That thing was mad because I couldn't give a fish shit about Carabao Cup because there were two teams that I really hoped would lose. Man United, because it's historical. Our rivalry down the years, even though right now it's not there, but I still don't want them to win anything. And Newcastle, the prospect of what they could become, the new owners, man, I don't want them to have any silverware. So
Yeah.
I just can't live with that. And this guy is winning. Can you imagine Maguire having a trophy? That's like a child having a machine gun, man.
So basically, what you're saying is what? The biggest loser won.
The biggest loser won.
I'm square haters. Guys, please try and be objective as possible.
Nyaassh,
how was your weekend?
My weekend was fantastic, man. First of all, on Saturday, I was in Kajiado County. I had a hell of fun. I was watching Arsenal go about their business as usual. No news there. We won against Leicester City. Then on Sunday, there was a big match. Carabao Cup final between two Uniteds. I was obviously rooting for one United called Newcastle. But they had other ideas. I mean, they had a lot of possession, but no penetration. But there's a word for that. It sucks. It's called masturbation. Newcastle, they were just masturbating all over the goddamn pitch. Walinibo sana, but you know, we gotta give it up to United. They, ended the trophy drought. First cup for Ten Hag. So it's good. So far, so good for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mi yangu ilikuwa poa. Weekend Saturday nilianza na game ya Gor versus Police. Tulipiga Police.
By the way, the Gor admin is such a troll. Oh my days. Niliona vida alipost Twitter.
Serikali ilipiga serikali. Serikali ilipiga serikali.
So Benson Omala will come through again.
How many goals does he have, by the way?
So as we speak right now, he has 16 in 16.
Oh, 16, okay.
Bro,
Dude is on fire.
That guy is better than Nketiah.
That guy, let me tell you, that guy should just complete this season and go to Europe. He was in Europe before he came here.
Kidogo itakuwa too soon, but what I can say is regarding Gor, we just like Arsenal, tuko na watoi.
Yeah.
We have a young team and we are playing an experienced team. So the first half kidogo ilikuwa ngumu.
Yeah.
It was tough on us, and then of course being the young kids, now players and experience, they got their goal via set piece, which was good. But we bounced back and it was nice. And I was impressed by Omala, and that was on Saturday. Now, as far as the Gor game is concerned.
Yes, sir.
Tulichapa Ulinzi pia prior to that.
Manze Ulinzi bana. We have a new stadium. We have to step up bana.
And then now, on Sunday was the day of the derbies. Tuanze na Spurs na Chelsea. Your game, I was watching with a friend. And just for fun's sake, I went with Chelsea. And he went with Spurs.
Of course,
Ikaisha 2-0. And then I watched the Newcastle and United game, which I think we could start on that. Yes. Now, the vibe that I'm getting from you two, and even where I was, could nearly watch game now.
We were together at Abenberg.
Eric, shout out to them. It's like guys were disappointed by Newcastle more than United actually. It's like the game, United won because Newcastle, they did not step up.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you guys feel. You as a United fan, I know this is a good
start,
first step for Eric Ten Hag.
Yes.
And I co-sign with you when you said he's the signing of the season.
Yes,
when you said that on the last episode.
Coach, man.
So guys, it's all up to you. Just tell me, how do you feel?
I'll be very objective. I'll handle it in how we won and what to do afterwards now. I think we won this game from Friday. in the press conference.
Okay.
Ten Hag coming out saying Newcastle play annoying and boring football. That had to get to Eddie Howe because at the start of the game they came at us bana, walikuwa na to attack, knowing that they had 8 or 7 days of rest. Sisi tulikuwa tumetoka tu kutrash Barcelona outside the Europa League, you know.
Trash inatumika vibaya.
But anyway, like I did expect us to play on the counter considering we had played on Thursday and Newcastle had played last weekend. So I think, and as a matter of fact, there was no way we were going to lose that final considering we had Casemiro and Varane. These are guys from the Madrid mentality who are used to winning. So done and dusted. It's a trophy. It's our first trophy since 2017, since Mourinho days. And you know, for Ten Hag to do it in his first season, new to the Premier League, was tested by Brighton and Brentford, and now we've not lost a game at home since the Brighton game. And looking at how our February started, 10 games in 30 days, we've won 8, drawn 2, bagged a trophy. I'm taking that all day. Entering into a 4-game period that was supposed to define our season. Barcelona check, Newcastle check, now it's West Ham, FA Cup, and then at Anfield in the Premier League. Those are 2 difficult games,
and
especially
add Betis to that
add Betis, which is in the Europa League. You know, Man United never do well against Spanish sides, although the last time we eliminated a Spanish side in 2008, Barcelona, we went on to win the Champions League, so we've eliminated them. You know, that's prediction that we're going to win Europa, you know. Just put it in there, just put it but honestly, me, I'm happy, brother. I'm happy. This is the first of many. Going on to what should happen after this. Glazers have to go. Glazers have to go. Because I'm looking at Newcastle. Last season, Newcastle were battling relegation. In a year's time, they've been to a final and they're in a top 4 challenge. Man City are not going to go away as much as Sheikh Mansour and Khaldoon Al Mubarak are there. Chelsea, if Todd Bowley gets it right, you never know what could happen there. Liverpool, I'm not too scared of Liverpool. I think Klopp will lose his job at some point. Arsenal, hopefully they go back to default settings in finishing 8th and whatnot. So I think Glazers have to go, and this trophy, Carabao Cup, is the first of many. That's it.
Okay.
Good stuff.
What about you guys?
I liked what I saw from United in the essence of they were not the better side in that game. You cannot say like they were better than Newcastle. They were only better where it mattered, and that is converting your chances. And maybe this is why guys were feeling a bit terrible about Newcastle, because Newcastle were better than United. They played better football, they had more possession. Lakini hakuna mabao.
End product. Especially when it comes to Saint Maximin.
Man.
Dalo gets an early yellow card. Surely you have to put the ball to Saint Maximin every time.
And that's why maybe they took him off, I think, at halftime. So I'm just disappointed in that essence, where Newcastle had more position, they played better football, but no conversion. They started resorting to kupiga watu, sijui nini wakichangachekwa na Anthony.
Physical.
So it's just
Anthony. Napenda vile umemsema, alifanyia Danban vitu gani hizo.
So it was just terrible that Newcastle could not do anything despite having all that position. Even Isak, when he came on,
didn't have much impact.
Didn't do much.
Yes.
And Wilson, I think I understand before the game nilikuwa nafikiria Wilson and Joelinton might not feature.
By the way, Joelinton.
So I was actually surprised when they were there. I'm thinking, Newcastle sasa iko full. Watapiga bure kabisa hiyo team.
Fans of United walilibamba. They were saying at halftime they should just bring in Man City.
Because we could have scored more though. We could have scored more. I mean, for Wegos to have a finesse shot, hizo ni vitu za FIFA. Wegos study and a finesse ball says a lot about that Newcastle defense on the night.
And also Pierre Bruno's role, like we talked about last week, it's like wameconfirm kitu nilikuwa nasema, because
he's a key figure.
He's a key figure, and also Fred Pierre has stepped up.
Fred has stepped up, man.
This
is not the Fred that was playing under Ole.
Yesterday we were seeing those Anthony but at least now it was working. It wasn't natafuta manini. So for how long will you United fans now, how long do you think you guys will get high on the Carabao team?
It's already done. We've forgotten about it. Like Ten Hag said, the champagne was for the manager and the staff. We're on to West Ham in the FA Cup. But in all honesty, what I'd say, mentality will stay there because of Casemiro and Varane. You look at the final scenes after the guys got their medals and they were celebrating. Casemiro goes to Bruno and asks him, why didn't you pass in the final chance of the game? bro,
By
you
the
just
way.
won a trophy and you're asking me why I didn't pass. Says a lot. Says
But
a
they
lot
also
about
had
the
a very
mentality.
fair run, by the way. Good to say, they also had a very fair run in terms of like all the games they played, they were playing at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bar the semi,
Oh,
where
wow.
the semi has to be two-legged. Yeah,
Doesn't
round of
matter.
16, it's G quarters, G.
Yeah, we got favorable draws, all of them at home.
Yeah, all
I
of
think
them.
even if we were to
So,
get
yeah.
Man City at some point at home,
Fair enough.
Old Trafford has been a rock. Ever since that Brighton defeat, we have not lost at home. Old Trafford has been a rock this season, just like
Fortress.
the Emirates. You guys have lost one game there
Against
against
City,
City. Yeah. So Old Trafford is the key to our success this season. Home games, man. Lazima uzichangamkie.
Also, man, hii celebration yenu ya Rashford, I like it, but when it's 10 people celebrating doing this,
Mentality.
it looks funny. It looks funny. Have you seen Rashford akifunga?
Yeah.
When Rashford akifunga and you're surrounded by United fans, they all go like this. I'm telling you, it's funny.
Yeah, it
it's
sucks.
funny to watch,
It sucks.
man.
And also, by the way, just before I forget, I think the question I had about United has been answered in terms of when Rashford is not scoring, who's scoring? I think I asked that in the last episode.
Yes,
Yes, the other
Indeed.
previous
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Nobody,
One
nobody.
team and what.
Barcelona, you played, you won 2-1, he did not
Yes,
score.
yeah.
You won the Carabao Cup 2-0, Rashford did not score. So,
Oh yeah,
No.
that goal was given as an own goal. It
Oh.
was given as an
okay,
own goal.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
shot,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so guys, from the good, let's kidogo deep into kwa Chelsea kiasi.
It is still good.
Si kiasi. Potter must stay.
must be protected.
Hadi akuje Old Trafford, Potter must stay.
The question I have to ask you guys, hata
Yes,
Mamba,
Mamba.
unaweza nisaidia kujibu. What should Potter do to be sacked?
To be sacked.
Because angalia your game ya Southampton, you cannot lose such a game.
Oh, in
Angalia
all
Spurs,
honesty,
not
yes.
only do you lose a North London derby, but you are dominated
A
by
London
a
derby.
weaker team.
Bana, a weaker Spurs.
A weaker team. And then I don't even know about their Champions League, man.
Oh, that's done.
That's
But
done.
Mamba-
So,
No, it's not done yet.
what do you think, Chelsea? Is it too late for Chelsea? What can they do to revive
Their
this season?
Uh-huh.
Or what do you think could be a good season for them given their current
Situation.
state? Because it's what, 2 wins in the last 15?
One win this year, bro.
Oh,
one win in
One win and
2023.
one goal.
One win.
Yeah, and then they're still 10th in the league. You know, Aubameyang is still
Mamba.
playing. at
Aubameyang is still
Chelsea.
there.
Okay,
I
to
mean,
me,
yeah.
to me, I think Graham Potter should be given time because
yes.
yeah, he should be given time.
Akaya.
Like not from the banter side because I know you guys just want to trash them, but he should be given time to like get his own team. You get
How
this
so?
This is somebody who just got in around.
It
I
was
don't
in
know,
December, right before
December,
the World Cup.
Right before
Yes,
the World Cup, yeah.
Exactly.
He got in December.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then his run was cut short by the World Cup. Yeah.
Okay.
And then in January, when we are resuming, he's brought about a gazillion players
Uh-huh.
to gel into the team.
Okay.
Before he could even gel himself into the team.
So,
You dig?
okay.
I'm like, fam, give this guy a little bit of space. Yeah, he has these million players.
Yes.
Felix, Mudrik. These guys whom I don't even know their names. I don't know about Dushele or
Yeah, kina
Madueke.
Badiashile, kina Maduiki, yes,
Those guys.
them man. Yeah.
Give him time. Give him a pre-season at least.
Ha.
Yeah.
That is where the
Give him a
question comes
pre-season
in.
at least. Because I remember you guys gave Ten Hag a pre-season, yeah?
Yeah, this at the start of the season, yeah.
He was given a pre-season time to like get his philosophies into these players because right now you can't.
Yes.
Right now these guys are just in the run. You can't be telling somebody do this, do this, do this. No, like no.
That's where my question comes in. You give him pre-season, that is after this season
After
is
this
over.
season, yeah.
What if this form doesn't change? Then the players come back for pre-season and they're like, God, we are going
Same-
back to
same
this
old, same
guy.
old.
Yeah.
What will happen then?
No,
Yes.
obviously. Let me tell you something. When they go home for pre-season, there are some dead dudes like Aubameyang. I don't know what Aubameyang is doing there. That's a persona non grata. They will be shipped out. Aubameyang,
Kina
Ziyech,
Lukaku,
Ziyech could
yeah.
go.
all those guys,
Yeah.
especially the guys who are very toxic because
Yeah.
Ziyech, Aubameyang, those guys are toxic.
Yeah,
toxic,
hey, hao wakiamua,
So
hao
those guys,
wakiamua.
they will be shipped out. When they are shipped out, now Graham Potter can get his time to instill his ideas and philosophies
Yeah.
to the team.
I think Graham Potter is one lucky ass in terms of he's having this poor run and he has not been fired yet. After being given all the millions that he was given.
Yes.
I swear down, ingekuwa ni Abramovich, msi angekuwa alienda huko
Angekuwa kitambo.
kitambo. So he's I feel also for me, for objective and subjective reasons, he should stay.
Hadi mimi. Let's just be
He should
honest.
stay. He must be protected and ameanza kupewa death threats.
Now,
By
yeah.
Chelsea fans, yeah.
With that coming in, my
Yeah.
issue is what he said after the Spurs game. He compared his run to Klopp's run this season. Bro, Klopp has already secured the Premier League,
Bar
the Champions League. So he's just having a bad season. The biggest job in your life was Brighton. So you can't come to Chelsea and start saying Klopp is also having a bad run. Why isn't he getting sacked? Come on.
Klopp did not even splash all those crazy millions.
Also, all successful managers, at some point, they go through a dip.
True.
And now, to counter what you just said, I want you to think of how many managers they've stepped in mid-season in a club and they went ahead to make the club successful. I'll start with Arteta and the FA Cup. I'll go with Di Matteo and UCL.
Di Matteo, UCL, Tuchel, UCL as well.
Yeah. So you cannot say that you have to wait till pre-season. There are certain... When you look at the amount... By the way, Potter took like half of the staff.
From Brighton,
So you can't say at his due there's some new... He's working with this... Now it's just the same people that he's worked with. Number 2, there are certain players, if they come to your team, people expect results.
True.
Bruno Fernandes, when he went to United, from day one.
Perform.
Ibrahimovic and Pogba, from day one. Alexis and Ozil, from day one. So, I won't give Potter that. And then Potter has Premier League experience.
True.
On top of that. So you can't say that it's nah.
But I also think, like, for Potter's case, I'm quite bombarded by some crazy players, bro.
Exactly.
Like, do you know how many players in the January transfer window? When was the last time a team splashed 300 million kwa January?
That's a good thing, bro.
It's already a bloated squad. You got bloated. You had how many players? You're adding more.
By the way, right now they have 30-something players.
That's not a good thing.
They're adding young guys. And there's no leadership in that squad. Ukitoa Thiago Silva, who is the leader?
There's more egos too.
Ni sawa. James yuko hapo. Reece James ako fiti.
He's a leader.
He's a leader.
But do you think...
I wanted to say this.
Yeah.
Would you have preferred Chelsea to finish with their pre-World Cup team? Yenye walianza nayo season where Sterling was the key player and there was Mount and there was ZH and there was Aubameyang hapo mbele. Would you have preferred
Aubameyang, I don't even know if it was being played. Why are you going to get Modric? You don't need Modric.
Yes.
Listen.
You don't need Modric, so why are you going to get him?
Why are you going to get him?
Just put him from another team. Madueke, I don't think you have a problem with wingers.
David Fofana, the number 9.
Yeah.
Come on.
Think about it from a Chelsea's perspective. Those are Fofana,
Madueke, Enzo Fernandez,
they were bought prior to January.
There were
but
some, yes.
It wasn't working. Sawa.
So you
and
go
some
to
of
January,
these players have injured. There's a new owner who's just bought the club. He's willing to... It's like Alice
He's willing to throw money in the club.
He's willing to spend.
But you just don't splash like that.
Even when the Sheikhs took over Man City, they did not throw the money.
Be strategic about it.
Let's look at Newcastle. When
they haven't splashed the money.
But then this is my point. This man, Graham Potter, I don't even think people like Modric, he wanted them. You get? It's only
that was a Todd Bowley to prove that I can battle and make.
There are some things hindering him because Todd Bowley is like that guy who tells you, I want this. And if you don't do that, then your job is in jeopardy. You get? So, like, he just has to be there. And then also, they brought in all these people at the expense of who? Jorginho. Look at what Jorginho is giving us. He should be giving them. You get?
He should be giving Chelsea.
So
and maybe that's why he has not been fired yet, because Todd Bowley kind of maybe knows I just bombarded this guy with all these players, so I just have to give him time.
So where is the core problem? Todd Bowley for spending all that money? No. Potter for not getting the squad together? He doesn't even have a first 11, or the players' egos? What is the core problem?
It's a cocktail of all those three. It's a cocktail of all those three.
And I'll sum it up with just saying mismanagement, honestly.
From top to bottom.
Because you don't... First, when you're accountant, it's a loss in terms of the financial year.
True.
This is a loss already.
It's a loss because, first of all, he had to pay out Tuchel.
True. As he sacked him.
He had to buy out Graham Potter from Brighton.
True.
And then he spends 300 M
on transfers.
So that's almost $1 billion, man.
Na kuna staff, na niko sure kuna some changes
staff kina check were sacked while he was bringing in the Brighton staff.
And that beautiful lady that they used to have for negotiations.
Marina.
Marina was looking good.
Basi. Let's just touch on Europa kiasi.
Ah,
The
yes.
draw was out last
Hey,
week.
finally, but
Yes, sir.
And
Mengoja.
some of the fixtures that I can
Tasty
highlight here.
fixtures, yeah.
Okay, Sevilla have been injured, but Sevilla versus Fenerbahce, Sporting versus Arsenal,
How to tap
United na Betis,
Hey,
Roma
Mtiani,
na
Spanish teams.
Sociedad. Those are,
You
those
know-
are 4 fixtures that I think they stand out and they will define whoever will win this Europa.
Coming-
Do you still have that Carabao Cup
I have that confidence. I said Man United will win more trophies than Arsenal this season, and one is already in the bag. My issue is coming into the Europa League draw, Man United and Arsenal are outright favorites. I think if
Without a doubt.
we would have gotten Juventus, even Di Maria doesn't scare me. Pogba
Yeah.
has been injured since April. What is that? Vlahovic will probably be a Man United or a Real Madrid player next season. You know, I think big clubs will be in for him. So for me, it's down to Man United and Arsenal to make sure they reach that final.
Yeah.
They have to make sure. Sevilla, Sevilla, this is their Champions League, but then I look at their coach, Jorge Sampaoli.
And then also Campania La Liga this season.
Yeah, La
has
Liga,
been
they've been
like
terrible
Chelsea.
this
It's
season,
even
yeah.
worse than Chelsea.
And even the second
So-
leg for their game, waliponyoka so.
Like I said with Man City and Haaland, Man City don't have to win the Champions League for me. They just have to make the final, considering they have Haaland. The same case with me. If Man City don't make the final with Haaland, it's a failure. If Man United or Arsenal, rather, if Man United and Arsenal are not in that final, it's a failure.
It's a failure.
Yeah, I think
It's
it
a
will only
failure.
be one case of them maybe meeting, I don't know, in the semis and we knock out United.
God, that'll be tough.
Yeah. So-
Speaking of United, I'll just ask you guys this question as we move on to FPL. Unajua Liverpool are hosting Man United this weekend in the Premier League.
Yes.
Of course, Liverpool are coming from a very, how do I put, disappointing draw with
Crystal
Crystal
Palace.
Palace, and later on tonight, as the show is released, they
they're
play
playing,
Wolves.
They're playing Wolves.
Yes.
So that will be a good platform, a good situation for them to bounce back. But what are your prediction on Liverpool versus Man United?
Liverpool cannot be trusted. I don't trust them at all. I feel like the momentum on United side is too heavy, and maybe United might win that one.
For me,
Mamba.
Liverpool head into this one as the underdogs based on their forms. Based on
That's
their,
true.
on their recent form. So the best Liverpool can get out of this thing, out of this tie, is a draw. The best
Wow.
they can get is a draw. And
Then-
because the cup is not the cup.
It's not the cup anymore.
They just bagged 5, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I have a lot.
Champions League, yeah.
I have a lot to unpack on this one because the last time we beat Liverpool was under Van Gaal, like at Anfield, Juanfield, the 2 goals that Juan Mata scored. That's 2016, bro. That's at Anfield, yeah, that's 2016. And then I'm looking at their season right now. I think we go there to finish what Madrid started. I swear to God.
I love this
We go there to finish what Madrid started.
What's next? You're winning the World Cup, UCL, Premier League
Sorted in one
election.
season, right? But then, ever since that Juanfield, Liverpool have always turned up, whether they're in terrible form or in good form, against Man United and against Everton at Anfield. They always turn up. Just like this season, they turned up against Everton. After they just beaten Arsenal, you expect Sean Dyche to go there and at least get a draw. They turned up, gave them 2 goals. Yeah. So you never know what could happen. This is an age-old rivalry, banner. But I'm very confident we will finish what Madrid started at Anfield. Yes.
Personally, I want Liverpool to win because I bought Gakpo and Darwin on my FPL team.
Darwin useless.
Yeah,
You
I bought
bugged
him.
on him.
I bought him
Gakpo
for
and
the
Darwin.
double game week.
Yes, against
but then-
Wolves as
So I
well.
already have them, so I cannot sell them.
Hey,
I
who's
might
a
as
moja?
well.
Yeah, who's a moja?
You might be disappointed.
especially Gakpo. Don't trust Gakpo.
I don't trust Gakpo.
Yes.
Okay.
Before we get in deeper into the FPL, I know I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but later on again tonight, as Liverpool take on Wolves, Arsenal will be facing Everton in the EPL
Okay.
at the Emirates.
Okay.
Confident?
I'm very-
Mtawarudishia?
Very.
I'm so confident.
Uh-huh.
The only reason why I'll watch that game is to see if our defense was lucky against Leicester. If they're gonna keep another clean sheet versus
Everton.
then you remember our clean sheet form. It's on.
Yeah.
At the moment, we have 8 clean sheets, which is the most.
8 or 9.
Yes,
8 or 9,
Yeah.
which is the most in the
this season,
yeah.
yes.
So for me it's more about what the defense
the
will do.
defense because
Yeah.
you're confident you guys can get goals. Hiyo ni
And
kitu
I
yenye iko.
was right
Sasa
about I was
ile ya
right,
Trossard. Hey.
I was right about switching Trossard and
Yeah, Nketiah.
Yeah, because
do you still predict Nketiah?
Nketiah 007 imebaki moja. Imebaki game moja tumuingize 007. Mudrik pia 007 imebaki moja.
Nketiah didn't even start juzi.
Huyu Mandem alisema amemaliza jinx ya Nketiah. Akasema anaanzia fresh.
Akasema Martinelli.
Akasema Martinelli.
Martinelli was lucky.
Martinelli pia Saka.
Asifunge tena.
Juu nilimwambia Saka yako like Saka sijui kiwewe sijui. Ona sasa. But yeah, on the clean sheets Arsenal has 10 in total in the Premier League.
Wow.
Second to Newcastle who have 12.
Oh yeah.
I think we have the most away clean sheets.
Yeah, cool.
Which is
Our
8.
form away is
Yeah.
very,
But
very
joints na United
And
in terms of clean
you see,
sheets.
such performances like the one we had at Aston Villa last weekend, and now this
The
recent
Leicester
one
one.
against Leicester.
Yes.
Such performances away really give us like
The confidence.
not the confidence, really give us a better shot at winning the league.
Yeah.
Because listen. First of all, look at the Aston Villa game. I know it's Nikitambo, but look at the Aston Villa game. We didn't have control, but we still won. We were lucky. I want to say we were lucky. Jana, all we had to do was to control the game, and we really had that. Bringing Martinelli and switching Trossard and Nketiah, we exactly did that. We exerted control at Leicester. There was no point Leicester had us.
Mamba.
On the ropes, nowhere.
Mamba. You guys better not bottle that league with all this confidence. Because me, I was very confident in my Nketiah predictions, in my Man United winning more trophies than Arsenal predictions, and in the Carabao Cup final. I was very confident in all of them.
In jinxing Martinelli.
So, Mamba, you better not bottle this league. Because as I've said before we went on air, I will be here no matter what after the season.
Easy
If
threats.
Arsenal bottle the league, nitakuwa nafanya wild card hata peke yangu. Nikitroll Arsenal.
Now, as we get into the FPL, so what I was saying is that so what I was saying is that Everton later tonight, Everton form. You know, they're the one who destroyed our run of form.
Yeah.
We're gonna give them 4.
Tunarudisha. Yes.
4-0.
No, 4 is too much.
4 is too much.
I think these guys come there, park the bus for a 0-0 draw. So if
don't-
you guys have more than enough, I think it'll be like a Leicester result.
I don't give
Yeah.
a damn.
Bora winning.
Yeah, how will Everton set up? How we win? Bora two we win. That's all I care. Moving onwards for me is the W justifies the means. Yes.
And to conclude, in this United Arsenal debacle yenye tushaanza hapa sahi,
Yes, sir.
if Arsenal win the Premier League, I don't care how many trophies you've won, the Premier League trumps whatever trophies you guys have.
Me, I just said
For
we'll win
Arsenal.
more trophies.
If Arsenal win the Premier League,
and then United
it
win
will
like the
mean
FA Cup as
more
well.
than
Aye.
Of course, listen, no, I can't argue with that because
I'm saying that
Yeah.
I'm saying that because when Arsenal finally win the Premier League, you see this energy that you have.
I'll still come with it.
Come now,
You see,
come now.
I agree with you when you say it'll mean more because it's been since 2004. Bro, yetu ni 6 years. You know, since 2004 you've been craving this trophy.
I don't even think it's because of the drought. I don't think it's
It's
because
because of the
drought. It's
prestige.
essentially on its own, it's a bigger trophy.
Exactly.
Than, you know,
I mean, there's no
you know, they
arguing
have
with
back.
that. Come
But
on, there's no
tunataka
arguing
pia,
with that.
the same
Yeah.
energy,
Yeah.
we need to be applied in the same way if we win. Where's the shinda ukituthreaten
Hey,
hapa
bro.
hivyo? If you
Yeah.
don't win, it's doing anything. What happens if we win?
Bro, I kept the energy
No,
when I
no.
said Nketiah would not score against us,
It's
and I
okay.
wore the Arsenal
It's
jersey.
okay.
I kept the
He's
energy.
asking you a different question.
Yes, I'm asking a very different question.
Yes.
You keep saying, oh, if Arsenal does not win, aki msiposhinda hii kitu,
Eh.
ati sijui utafanya ABCD. So what happens if we win?
I'll keep the same energy.
Gani? We need to
See,
give him
we
something
need
to do as a
something,
result.
yeah.
No, see, I'll congratulate you.
Oh, fuck
You can't
off.
tell me anything.
Nah.
Venant told me Haaland will come to Old Trafford
See.
and bag a hat-trick, and he promised me sneakers. Sijaizipata hadi leo.
sikusema
Sasa huyo ni
hivyo.
yeye.
Episode iko.
Sikusema hivyo.
Episode iko. Venant, I always rewatch our episodes. Episodes ziko.
Sasa tunataka pia, if we go on and win the league,
If we go
Yes.
on and win the league,
there has to be a caveat somewhere. Huwezi shinda ukisema if we
And
don't,
if you
we
bottle
don't.
it, you guys also have to get something. You guys have
Oh,
to,
we'll
because you
get,
guys are confident of winning it.
We'll get all the banter in this world. That's what we'll get.
No. Banter is not
Yeah.
enough. Banter is not enough.
Buddha.
Banter is not. You guys have to praise. If you guys fail to win the league, you guys have to praise the Carabao Cup that Man United just lifted. You have to praise it like it's the
cannot.
World Cup. You have to.
No.
are we united?
Me ndo kitu nimewapromise. Hiyo ndo kitu nimepromise. Because you guys want to give me something to do if you guys win it.
Sawa.
If you guys win
sawa,
it.
sawa.
Yeah.
Fine.
Speaking of winning,
Yes.
FPL
Points.
League, IFL Good Company League. Number 1, Ian Wafula, who has been consistent this season.
Yes, sir.
For those people who
It's like
say
Arsenal.
for those people who say FPL is a luck, this guy is a proof that you can be consistent and you can be good at it.
Yeah.
He's been leading for a while. He has 1688.
Damn.
How many points did he
Wow.
1688.
Mi najua ameniacha tu na 200. Iko na 14 something.
He has 1688. Chanja Collins has 1628. So basically that's what 60 points.
How many deal?
So that's a 60-point gap and Umse ako nayo.
Nyaassh.
Of course, there are double game weeks. There
These
are
of it,
chips
yeah,
to be
they will
used that
play-
are gonna
they will
come.
play a
These things will
factor.
change.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm just highlighting. Number 3, Caleb, who has been consistent too. Amemshinda na 2 points, so 1626.
Very close.
And then
Yeah.
Mohammed, number 4. Timu yake inaitwa 10 Hugs.
Big
Wow.
time.
1624. And then Kachero, just call Kachero, he has 1621. So kuna difference ya 10 points among 4 players.
The top 4,
and that's between
yeah.
number 2 and
And number 5.
So how many points do you guys have?
Total ama hii wiki.
Hii wiki na total.
Wiki na
Hii
total.
wiki na total, hii wiki I think niko na green arrows by the way because I got 46. I was even disappointed but I've gotten green arrows in all my leagues.
Okay.
But total ni mtihani. 1368.
Yenye yani yenye unaanguka.
1368.
Yeah, total.
Okay.
Okay, maybe this game week I had 47 points because there are some guys like Darwin Nunez who just gave me a big zero,
Blank.
Yeah.
and Mahrez.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Total.
and then in total I have 1444.
Bro, mnatumia nini hii kupata
1444.
1400? Venant.
Sasa here's the funny thing.
Eh.
I have 47 points so far in FPL. We have the same points.
1368 is that?
So far in FPL. So
Yeah.
tuko tu hapo.
Me, I'm telling you, me and Arsenal same was up. We might be struggling kwa points za game moja, but overall,
Mko gazi.
bado tuko pale. Tuko kazi. So I had a cool 34 points. And this is, by the way, thanks to Haaland, by the way, because Kasi, hey, he gave me 20 points. And I have 4 guys. I forgot to change my squad. Man. So easy games are Friday, bana. Anyway, I had 4 guys who are not playing, so 4 blanks. But I still have Saka and Nketiah and
Also the double game week inaendelea.
we have some double game weeks. Only those 2 guys, by the way.
In
Okay.
total,
I have 1467.
Oh, wow.
Wait, so you're ahead of us by 100 points.
A cool one.
Yeah.
Cool 100 points.
Hizo ni
We
more.
catch up.
Hiyo ni rahisi bana.
We
Good
catch
luck.
up.
Yeah.
Done deal.
Yes.
Sawa.
but I think
Easier
Byron
said.
is ahead of him.
Sisi kama Man United.
Byron uko na ngapi?
tunakuja. It's ours.
So okay, kuna game week 26 iko hapa. I don't know if you guys have seen the fixtures, but I'm gonna highlight some of the players that I think you guys or teams that you guys need to do before you tell me your captains. And
Yes.
just be quick one. City Newcastle is a goal fest.
Oh.
I'm assuming you already have City assets.
Yes, I do.
There's that. Arsenal Bournemouth, I feel, is another asset.
Drabbing.
And for
Yeah.
those people who have the Arsenal assets from the double game week, keep them. 5 in 5 for Watkins, who have been talking about him. So buy
That's
him based
that's
on
a good
form.
one. Yeah, to replace Mitrovic or something.
Also,
Yes.
on cheap forwards,
Yes.
there's now my number 1 pick for this week, Ivan Toney
Of course.
versus Fulham, and he has a double game week next week.
Oh,
Nice.
So you're buying him for a couple of
Yeah.
weeks. And also Brentford have good fixtures. So this is just buy Tony, basically.
Yeah, get Toney,
Replace
get Toney.
Nketiah, buy Tony.
yeah.
Another fixture that I think that's pretty
Liverpool
much.
wacheza nani?
Yeah, Liverpool and Man United.
United.
That's key because of
And-
Rashford, Shaw, and Bruno. Them 3 players. Yeah.
That's pretty much it for these fixtures that
Yeah.
I think I'll captain Tony just because of the double game week. I'll definitely
it's
sell.
next week, not this week.
No,
Yeah.
game week 27.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's Fulham this week, and then the next game week it's double game week.
I think
So
I'll
for
just
those
stick with
people.
my Arsenal assets because of Bournemouth.
Man, Bournemouth, man. Saka,
Man
Odegaard,
City
them,
also.
man.
Man City, I still have Haaland. I don't think I'll sell him. I'll sell Nketiah though. I have Nketiah.
It's time.
And
It's
also
time.
have Hurricane.
It's time.
It's time.
My prediction, I think I'd go with the Rashford. You know,
For
tried
captain.
and tested, banner. I don't think Trent can cope
Away
up with
versus
him.
Liverpool.
Yeah, man. I don't think Trent, Gomez, even if Konate was fit, nah. They can't cope with him. And then one thing I'd say for City, just have Haaland.
Yeah.
Because the way Pep is moving with De Bruyne, just have Haaland only.
Only,
Yeah.
yeah.
What about you?
Okay,
Mamba?
my take is also the same about the City players because The only people who are assured of starting is Haaland and Ederson only.
Yeah.
And Silva.
And Bernardo
Bernardo, yeah, Bernardo
and
is
Bernardo
inconsistent.
Silva. So in Man City, just have Haaland, and then the forward, the cheap forwards, as you said. I'll go with Oli Watkins,
Yes.
and also what's his name? The guy you mentioned,
Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney,
Toney,
because
yeah.
of the double game week that's coming ahead. So for this game week 26, you should have like those 3 guys up front, and then Trippier always.
Yeah.
But it's away to Man City for Trippier.
That's gonna be tough,
Yeah, so-
bro.
Oh, and
Italy
also,
top.
guys, don't forget to clear your Chelsea liabilities.
Hadi Joao Felix nilimtupa bana
These
pia
are not
yeye.
assets. Hadi liabilities. So kina Mudrik kwanza bado naona amekwamilia pale kwa
yes.
kikosi. I'm getting rid of those
Venant captaincy bana. Before we make some crazy predictions.
Mi yangu nishasema.
Oh.
Bayern captain Ivan Toney.
Nice.
He has a double game week. If you also can double up on Watkins. Because that
okay.
form is too good to ignore.
Oh yeah.
Mi nataka tu sasa predictions za 2 games.
Okay.
Man City versus Newcastle and then Liverpool versus Man United. Because Newcastle are just coming off of a defeat in the final. You never know what could happen at the Etihad. Quick predictions.
Man City and Newcastle.
Yeah.
3-0.
3-0 City.
I see
Damn.
Man City
Keeping that
thrashing Newcastle vizuri. 3-0 on a good day. On a bad day 4-0 hivi.
Yeah.
I was disappointed by Newcastle following the Carabao Cup,
Yes,
and it's
yes,
like
yes,
we've
yes.
seen just what they used to be in this game. You said United.
Liverpool versus United at Anfield.
Because I have FPL. I'm those people in FPL. I just want Liverpool to score. Atakadi 2-1, it will be good. Not because I want you guys to lose, but just because I have FPL
Yeah,
players.
quick fire.
Okay, for me, my captain.
No, Man City Newcastle.
Oh, Man City Newcastle. Fam. Man City Newcastle.
Yes.
1-1 or 2-2. That's a draw. The best Man City can get there is a draw. And
Newcastle will bounce back at least.
yeah. And then Liverpool, Man United. I'll just want, I don't know, a draw or a win. You know, these guys, I don't chini yangu, but I don't really care about
Yeah,
them.
of course.
Hey, Josh.
Newcastle, there's no way they're bouncing back. They have been poor in the league. Go
Watatandikwa.
out of form at thrashing. Manchester United versus Liverpool, very good form. Not so much for Liverpool. United win.
Yeah, I think we keep a clean sheet at Anfield.
I don't think so.
We'll keep a clean sheet at Anfield.
Yeah.
So si tutawachi game alafu tutajua.
Yeah. Final words, my guys.
Me, I'm good. Proud to be an Arsenal fan, man.
Yeah. Man United will win more trophies than Arsenal.
Delusions of grandeur.
I really hope by trophies you don't mean milk cups like those.
Yes.
Ooh. I don't have words, man. I mean, we're still top of the table. We're winning the league, and also we're winning the other league, which is the Thursday night league.
Sawa, man.
Yes.
Till the next episode, I've been Brian Bana.
Venant.
Mamba.
Nyaassh representing the table, topping, winning side. Arsenal.